Well, hello there, back from my vacation, if you want to call it that. I was in Florida for a glorious week. Iguanas were falling out of trees. There literally was, no kidding. You know how you get those alerts on your phone? Say, hey, we got bad weather, tornado warnings. We've got, high wind warnings. There was actually an iguana falling out of tree warnings. I am not kidding you. I got the alert on my phone and a picture of an iguana, an orange iguana upside down, popped up on my phone repeatedly. It said, hey, you might see a few of these things falling out of trees. It was quite comical, actually, for those of us that aren't used to iguanas walking around locally in Core Street in Binghamton. Hey, listen, it's called Ask the Realtor Live at Lunch. It's me, Wally, Weslie VanVoorhis, a licensed associate real estate broker for Exit Realty, front and center. We're here on Front Street in Binghamton, and you can find us down here. And our address, I still have to look at it. It's 1163 Front Street. Yeah, it's still kind of new to me, just so you know. So this is called Ask the Realtor Live at Lunch. We do this on Wednesdays, and but of course we do it on Wednesdays when I'm out of town on vacation, and we don't do it on Wednesdays when I'm sick or when I just forget about doing it. But we will be doing this today. And by the way, you can find a lot of my videos. People like those how-to videos, like how to do this, how to put together, how to fit a square peg into a round hole in the middle of winter at nighttime. Well, you can find some how-to videos that I have at my channel, my YouTube channel. I have one. It's called Wally VanVoorhis. I've actually got two going right now because my old company kind of had rights to that. It's still there, and you can still get all that kind of stuff, but I got a brand new channel up there under my real name, Weslie VanVoorhis. So anyway, here's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, the rules of the show are this. If you have a question, write it in the comment section right down below, and I will try to get to it during the show. And if I don't do that, and yes, this is a show, even though it's on Facebook, it's still a show. It's about a half an hour. You can watch part of this later on, too, if you want to. You can certainly text me if you have questions about things. You can see that text Wally sells to 85377. But write your questions down there, and I'll try to get to them. So here's what we're going to cover today, just so you know. If we don't have questions, or even if we do, how to successfully sell your house in Greater Binghamton in 2020. Successfully sell your house, okay? Also, we're going to be doing this. Rogue One. It's a Star Wars movie. I've not yet seen it. However, what does Rogue One or a Rogue One mean in real estate terms? And 1-star rating. Can you give less than 1 star on Rogue One? We will. And how to pick your realtor to help you buy or sell your home in 2020. So we're going to get right to that. That's where we're going to start right there here. So there's a variety of ways you can get a hold of me. Most of them are right up behind my head. You can see them all there. If you want to ask some questions off the air, if you want to message me on Facebook, if you want to dial up my website at wallygetitdone.com, or you can text for my mobile business card right there. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. If you don't want other people to see what you're asking, maybe you want to sell your house, but you don't want everybody else to know you're selling your house, that's the way to go. So, good question. So how do you pick a realtor to help you buy your home this year or next year, whenever it may be? So how many realtors are out there in the Greater Binghamton marketplace? Well, here's a way to know. If you count them all, then let me know, and we'll both know, because I don't know. But I think there's about 350, give or take. That's in the Greater Binghamton marketplace. Now, if you're living out towards Bainbridge, where there's an overlap between the Otsego Delaware board and the Broome County board, there's probably more. So anyway, so how do you start finding the right realtor for you? Because it's a big question. It's an important question, right? It is. Who's going to help me make the biggest decision, the most monetary decision, if you want to say, you know what I'm trying to say. It's a lot of money we're dealing with here. So who do I trust it to? Do I trust it to cousin It, who just got his real estate license or her real estate license last month? Or do I take somebody who's been in the business for 45 years and I've seen him on TV? I don't know. And who do you work with? Oh, well, maybe here is a way. Here's just one way to start out. How do you choose a realtor to help you buy or sell your home in 2020? Maybe start with reviews, because people like to do that. So you jump on Zillow, you jump on Trulia, You jump on Realtor.com and Facebook and Yelp. You can get on all those and find the reviews for certain realtors. Now, there are a lot of realtors that just don't live and die by the reviews. They go out and they do their job and they don't ask for reviews. I will ask for reviews on almost everything that I do. I haven't in a while because I got lazy. But trust me, if you have just been in a deal with me over the last year, you're going to get an email from me probably today or tomorrow. So be kind, okay? Anyway, but you can do that. And that's what I would suggest you do. You know, if you get on Amazon, you know, you look and you see, hey, what reviews are with whatever I was trying to buy? You know, and it makes a difference to you. So if there's 150 reviews and they're all in that 3.5 to 5 on a product, you go, well, yeah, maybe. But what if there's 3 reviews and they're all 5-star reviews? Maybe it was somebody's relatives that are there reviewing you. Be wary of the 5-star review. I mean, I don't think that having a 5-star review is bad. I've got a ton of them. Hi, Liz Austin. How are you? From where are you at? North Carolina or something? Yeah, Liz has got her own Facebook show going on, by the way. So you look for the reviews, right? If the reviews are good, use that as one piece of the puzzle to find the realtor that wants to help you, or you want them to help you sell or buy your house in 2020, right? Now, here's what I'm going to say be wary of. If you've got somebody that's a realtor, I shouldn't say wary, okay? Take it with a grain of salt. If somebody's got 5 stars from every single person that's on the review, think of it this way. If you were to review somebody at work on their business or how they work, and you were to give them 5 stars, or a 1 through 5 stars, and there was 10 questions, are you going to give them 5 out of 5 on everything? I'm guessing probably not. I won't, because I think that everybody has the chance to improve and do something better. And that's okay, because as somebody that provides a service like myself, if I see that we had a relationship and you've given me 5 stars on everything, but maybe there was 3 stars on something, I'm going to go, could I have done that better? I'm going to go back and look at that and say, maybe could I have communicated better? Maybe I could have. 5 stars all the time. I don't give 5 stars all the time for anything, and I think maybe you may not. So anyway, look at the reviews, look at the stars, and see how good they are. What are some important things with hiring a realtor? I think the number one thing that people need or want, even if they don't say it, is good communication between the realtor and themselves. Why? Because it is the biggest monetary decision you're making. You're selling your house or you're buying your house. Nobody wants to make a mistake on this thing, and they want to know what the heck is still happening, right? So if you've got your house for sale and it's been 2 weeks since you've heard from your realtor, and trust me, I'm guilty of this at times as well, you should be picking up the phone, or you should be getting on your text messaging and not be a jerk about things, but go, hey, what's been going on? Obviously, if you're living in the house, you know whether it's being shown or not. But what if you're living in North Carolina like my friend Liz, and you got your house for sale up here, and you don't know what's going on? Is anybody showing the house? Is it being marketed? What's happening? Good communication is good, and it goes 2 ways. So it's just not your realtor. Now, you hire your realtor to help sell your house, right? Or to help you buy a house, all right? So I got somebody texted me here about lunch today. Stop it. I'll get back to you at some point. So you've got your house up for sale, right? And I lost my train of thought. You got your house up for sale. So communication goes both ways. The train's back on the track now, people. So if you're saying my realtor's not getting back with me, I don't know what's going on, they're just not letting me know what's happening, are you talking or texting your realtor and saying, hey, what's going on, dude? What's happening with my house? It goes 2 ways. So you've got 1 house to sell. They may have 18 houses to sell. Things get a little bit busy, not making excuses, but be a little more proactive in this as a customer, as a client. Okay? But we're kind of getting off the track here. But good communication skills are both ways. When I talk to people, when I go out to list their house, I say, hey, look it, we all get busy. So I don't want you sitting at home stewing, wondering what's going on with my house, when you could easily just go, Hey, Wally, what's happening with my house? Oh, I know you're busy. It's what I do. So communication, that's a good thing. So that's the first thing. Reviews are good. Look for the communication skills on those reviews. Do they get back to people in a timely manner? Do they call back? Do they converse with their clients? It's good. Maybe you should meet them. And everybody should do this. So you got to interview your realtor, right? So how do you do that? You meet them for coffee. Bring them over to the house. You know, if you're going to sell your house, they're going to have to be there anyway. So bring them on in. Meet them at the office. See what happens behind the scenes. Most people see us only out at their house. Come in here in the office because it's good to see that there are actually things that are going on. It's just not one guy writing a contract and trying to sell your house. So that's maybe one of the other things too, right? Go through reviews, invite them to your house, interview them. You may not have to interview the first agent that comes through, unless it's me. Then you can stop interviewing everybody else. But you know what I'm trying to say. So interview the person. Not everybody is a good fit for everybody, right? No. And the agent's going to probably look at you and he's going to say, hey, we want you to, first of all, a couple of things you're going to need to know is the New York State agency disclosure. Okay. Your agent will talk to you about that. And basically all that does, it's not a contract. It just will spell out what this agent's role is. And it can change during the whole deal. To a dual agency, seller's representative, it may change. But at least you get to sign it. And it's not a contract. It doesn't hold your feet to the fire. Second thing is, if you're a buyer, is a buyer's representative agreement. Do you have to pay any money if you're a buyer for your realtor? Usually not. Usually it's the seller who's paying the commission on that thing. But look at this. Somebody just brought me an orange, and I just got back from Florida, and I didn't pick one from a tree. Thank you. So a buyer's representative agreement. Some people will go, whoa, dude, wait a minute. I just met you. I'd like you to work for me as my buyer's agent, but I don't know if I want to get locked into a contract. You can get out of the contract. It says it right in there, and I forgot what paragraph it is. But by and large, what this does is it creates a bond between you and your buyer's rep to say, hey, I'm working with you only, and I want you to only work with me. Sometimes buyers will go, I'm going to call whatever agent gets here first. That's not doing you a great service, and it's not doing them a great service. If you're going to get into this thing for the long haul and get your house and buy a house or get it sold, you want a fiduciary responsibility to you. You want someone locked in and understanding your needs, don't you? Because this person that just shows up at the house that you just showed up at and says, I'm going to call the sign and I'm going to go with you even though I've been dealing with you for the last 7 months, is not doing you a great service and not doing them a great service either, because the person you've been working with for a long time knows exactly what you're looking for and what you're not looking for, right? So anyway, so here's a question I ask people when I've taught my first-time homebuyers classes, is this. And this segment has been going a lot longer than I wanted to go to, but it's pretty important because you know what? Springtime's coming up. People are looking for houses. People are looking to put their houses on the market. How do you choose the guy, the catalyst, the person, the woman, the real estate professional who is going to be the person that's dealing with all your stuff? And it's not just your financial stuff. It's going to be your emotional stuff. It's going to be ups and downs and here's and outs and ins and outs. So who's going to be the right person for the job? So here's what I ask these people in my first-time homebuyers classes. When you're choosing an agent, do you choose the person who's all buttoned down, the person, the man, the woman who's all about dotting the I's and crossing the T's, somebody who is just very businesslike, and that's the person that we are going to be going with? Or do you choose the person, the realtor, who is fun to be with, somebody who is, got a joke and got a bounce in their step and, don't mind hanging out, and I'd like to maybe have a coffee or a beer with this person? Which one do you choose? The answer is this. Can't they be the same person? They can, because you need the person to be buttoned up, buttoned down. You need the person to be all about the business, but you also need the person to be somebody that you feel good about working with. Why? Because they're going to take you by the hand and take you through 4 or 5 houses. Hopefully that's it. Or maybe 400 or 500 houses. Or they're going to be the person that is going to pull you off the ledge when you need it done, when your house sale seems to be teetering a little bit. So that's why it's important to do the reviews, look at those, make the phone call, do the interview with the person, and then find out if it's really the person that you need to be with for the next several months. It's called Ask the Realtor Live at Lunch. You can find out more if you want to go to my website, which is wallygetitdone.com. You can also get my mobile business card. I'd highly recommend you doing that, by the way, because then it gives you all the little tools right there on your mobile device to be able to find houses for sale, to look in. You could be pulling up on River Road and Shenango Bridge, go, hey, I see this house for sale. Click, here's a button. It tells you everything you need to know about that house. And you can get that simply by dialing or texting Wally Sells to 85377. So there you go. Hey, Rick, thanks for, and Carla, thanks for joining me. Tim Mullins, Gary Klein, how you doing, buddy? Carlene, thank you very much, Carlene, for the referral. I'll be out there checking that house out on Saturday. Thanks so much, Josh. And we've got Greg and Gary and Lisa and Dale. Thank you, everybody. Nancy and Laura, thanks for joining us. Joanne and Rita, thanks, everybody. So how do you successfully sell your Greater Binghamton home in 2020? Okay, here's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to give you all the tools here because I don't want you to take them and go with somebody else. But I will tell you this. Here are some simple facts that I live and die by every single year. Get it listed soon. Waiting until spring is bad juju. What do I mean by that? April 15th seems to be the day. April 1st to April 15th, all of a sudden, we dial up every day our Greater Binghamton Association of Realtors website, and we see the listings go, and it gets bigger and bigger, and frankly, it gets out of the scene. And guess what? All of a sudden, you've waited to make sure that your house is perfect. You say, I want the flowers up. I want the walk washed off. I want the siding all washed. I want the deck cleared. It's kind of grimy and grungy out still here at April 15th. Well, guess what? Everybody else is doing the same thing. And a lot of realtors who've been in the business for a while think, hey, let's all do this. We'll put your house on in the spring. They'll say, well, listen, Mr. Realtor, I want to put my house on right around April 16th because taxes are done. People maybe have their refunds back, and we know that the crocuses will start coming up then. It'll look real pretty outside. Well, that's nice. Guess what? Your neighbor, your neighbor's neighbor, and your brother-in-law down around the corner are doing the same thing. Here's my point. I would rather lead the pack than be in the middle of it. If I got a house for sale, I've said this a lot. You may have heard this before. If I'm going to sell my house, I want to have this much competition, not that much competition. Guess what? There's not a lot of competition right now. What does that mean? It means it's a seller's market. Buyers are still there. They're looking. They're looking on their iPad. They're looking on their phone. They're looking at houses. They're waiting for that one to pop up that they really like. If that house is yours and it's the only one on the market that is remotely like the one they want, they're coming to buy your house. And guess what? You may get more than one offer on it. So why would you wait? Be thinking about it now. It's the new year. January is almost over with. And I'm going to tell you, it seems like there's been 64 days in January, doesn't it? So my advice to you, successfully get your house sold in 2020. Get it on the market soon. My date usually is by February 15th. People, if you want to know more about it, you can give me a call, 725-1446. I'd be happy to come by your house. Or get your local realtor that you're happy with, to have them come by and take a look at it. February 15th to the end of February, guess what? We have one more day squeezed in February this year. So how about doing it then? February, this is the month. Well, February will be the month since it's not today, to get your house listed. So let's talk about it. I was at a house last night and I said, hey, let's get this on. We'll get it done by February 15th. They're like, we want to get it done sooner because we believe in what you told us. Let's get it on before everybody else has the same idea. Get what I'm saying here? Sure. So here's the other thing too about successfully selling your house in Greater Binghamton in 2020 is be proactive with the price. First of all, let's get a price out there on your house that's going to get it done. if your realtor comes in and says your house is worth $157,500, don't put it on at $204,000. Why? Because it's not going to sell. Well, it might. It won't. We're going to say it won't sell. If you tell me that, well, it might sell, I'm going to tell you it won't. And if we can't come to an agreement, good luck. Come and see me as your next realtor. I don't want to be that blunt about it, but you know what? You hire us to come in and give you information that you need about getting your house sold in 2020 and getting it sold quickly, and isn't that really what you want? More money, as quick as possible, maybe more buyers, and then you decide to go off and say, how about this number? We'll talk about it. We will. We'll talk about it. We can compromise on the number a little bit too, but let's talk about that. But let's give a realistic number as to how to get your house sold as quickly as possible, okay? So what else? Don't be afraid to adjust your price. So get your house to where you want it and get it sold. Come to an agreement on the list price. If you don't have any offers in the first couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, don't be afraid to adjust the price, because sometimes when you're out there fishing, you have to move the bait, right? Don't you? Sometimes you have to either change your bait. We can't change the house. Not really, but you can adjust the depth of your bait, can't you? And that's kind of what we're doing here with adjusting the price of your house. So just because we started at $157,500 doesn't mean we're going to get it. We all leave a little leeway. Yeah, we got to have room to negotiate. Yeah, I get that. Well, the buyer knows that too. They're also leaving room to negotiate. If your house is too highly priced and you're not getting anybody coming through the door, that'll tell you my house is too highly priced. So if you get nobody coming through the house in the first couple of weeks, start adjusting the price. Why? Why do you think they do that at Walmart? They have something on the shelf, or you go to giant markets, what am I saying? Or you go to Weiss Markets or whatever, and the price is this, and then it may be this next week, and then it may be this. Then it goes on sale. Why? Because they want to clear the shelves. They know inventory does not make them any money sitting on the shelf. Your inventory is your house. So know how to do it. Also, hire a realtor that knows how to market your house in today's marketplace. Why? Because that person in today's world, today's tech world, knows how to do stand-up, know how to do videos, know how to do open houses. Can they put together a package to get on social media the right way? Not just throwing it up on their Facebook and hoping that somebody and their 12 friends is going to take a look at it. That's certainly one way, but how to market it to the most amount of people on Facebook, the most amount of people on Instagram that are going to look at your listing and say, yes, that's the house that I want to come and take a look at, okay? So that's it. So when you're looking at trying to get your house successfully sold in 2020, the first thing you should be doing is calling your realtor and saying, hey, I want to get my house sold. What's the best and quickest, fastest way to get there? And what do I need to do with a realistic price to get my house sold? It's that simple. We are really, really kind of running out of time here. And I think I'm going to leave that Rogue One Star Wars comment to the whole next issue next week. And we'll talk about that then. But really, I think now is a critical time to get your house. If you look to get it sold and you want to get it sold by spring, you need to get it on the market. You need to get it on the market before the end of February. So operators are standing by, 725-1446. I got my phone right here. I'll pick it up in a minute. So you can just do that. Or call your local realtor, because look, we're here to help you do this thing, and make sure you listen to your realtor, okay? Check out the reviews for hiring a realtor, buyers or sellers. That's it. And get your house sold. Make sure you get it up and get it on the market soon, okay? There's a lot more that goes into getting your house successfully sold in the coming year and getting it sold quickly. If you want to know more about it, text Wally Sells to 85377. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you really, really quick. It's called Ask the Realtor live at lunch. Guys, thanks for joining us today. We'll be back next Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Peace out, Boy Scout.